Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're diving into a pretty bold claim. Can you build a whole AI SaaS business in just 24 hours? We're looking at Simon Crack and his guide, The $5 Secret, for this one.
Ah, Simon Crack.
Yeah, you might know him. He's been all over the place. Magic tricks to remember those addictive iPhone games? Always on the hunt for some passive income. Now he says AI SaaS is the ticket.
It's interesting, isn't it, how he always seems to tap into these convergences. Like this time it's AI, no-code tools, and this whole desire for, quick impact businesses. It's definitely a recipe for, well, for disruption.
Exactly. And I think a lot of us have had that thought at some point, right? What if I started a software company? But then there's that voice, wait, I don't know how to code, or don't I need like a ton of money? Craig says that's all outdated thinking.
Yeah, he makes a pretty compelling case. AI and these no-code platforms, they really are changing the game. Think of it like this. You used to need a whole team of architects and builders to construct a house. Now, with prefab materials, the right tools, a small crew can put one up in days. Well, that's essentially what's happening with SaaS now.
I love that analogy, and he uses his own experience as proof, which I always find convincing. Remember those iOS games he made? The ones that were like super popular, no coding at all. He built those on a no-code platform. And he says the same tools exist now, but for creating these really powerful SaaS products.
The real question is why now, though? Why is now the time for AI SaaS?
Well, Crack argues that being first to market can actually be a disadvantage. He uses Amazon and Google as examples. They weren't the pioneers, right? But they learned from all the early mistakes of others and ultimately, well, took over. So it's like watching the first few seasons of a reality show, then swooping in to win the grand prize once you know all the tricks.
Exactly. In the context of AI SaaS, the tools are all readily available now. The tech is becoming more user-friendly, and importantly, I think, the competition is still relatively low. It really is the perfect storm for, a savvy entrepreneur to jump in.
He even throws out that Terminator line, AI is here to stay whether we like it or not. So how do we make it work for us? Well, Crack lays out a 6-step process for building your AI saws in just 24 hours.
Let's dive into those steps then. I'm curious to see how his approach might differ from more traditional SaaS development.
Okay, step 1 is all about picking your niche. His criteria are pretty straightforward, a clear problem that people are willing to pay to solve, and of course, a large enough audience for the business to, actually grow.
Yeah, it's not just about finding a problem, though, is it? It's about finding a problem you really understand, like deeply. He suggests niches like real estate, fitness, restaurants. He even says something like, what if you could build a bot that helps struggling restaurants create killer TikTok videos to attract more customers? He emphasizes, that you probably have unique knowledge about problems just in your own life or work that could be turned into, well, into a solution.
That's a great point. So many people think they need some, groundbreaking idea, but often the best businesses come from solving everyday problems.
Absolutely. And once you've got that niche, steps 2 and 3 are all about getting your tech stack in order. Crack recommends Kartra for building your website and managing memberships. And then there's Chatbase, which is specifically for building that AI chatbot, the one that'll be, the heart of your sauce.
He does say that these are just his preferred tools, though. The underlying concepts should apply even if you choose different platforms.
Right, and that's important because the landscape of no-code platforms is always evolving. What really matters is understanding those core principles and then picking the tools that fit your budget and your specific vision.
Now, building an AI chatbot might sound, well, intimidating, but Crack really breaks it down into steps that honestly sound surprisingly doable. It's all about training the AI on your niche expertise.
He uses the example of a Facebook ads expert bot. Imagine, right, you feed the bot all your knowledge about running successful Facebook ad campaigns. The bot learns your strategies, your tips, even your voice and style. Then other businesses can actually use your bot to manage their own ads.
It's like cloning yourself, but for like a specific skill. And Crack says that's the beauty of AI, You're essentially packaging your knowledge and experience into a product that can work 24/7, solving problems, generating revenue, even while you sleep.
It's a fascinating concept for sure, but it also raises the question of how we ensure these AI tools are used responsibly and ethically, especially as they become, well, more sophisticated. That's something to consider as we move forward in this discussion. But for now, let's stick with the technical side of things.
Okay, so steps 4 and 5 are where you get a little more, I guess, hands-on, but Crack assures us it's still manageable. You embed the chatbot code into your Kartra website, and then you set up your pricing structure, monthly, yearly, even lifetime access.
He doesn't go into the specifics of embedding the code, but it's likely a simple copy and paste process within that no-code platform environment. The idea is to keep it user-friendly for those non-technical folks.
He even offers a done-for-you service if you want his team to handle the tech setup. But for those who want to DIY, he provides clear instructions and resources.
And when it comes to pricing, well, he suggests options ranging from monthly subscriptions to yearly plans, even lifetime access. It's about finding what really resonates with your target audience and the perceived value of your AI solution.
All right, so we've built this amazing AI SaaS product. At least, in theory, we're following Crack's method here. But how do we actually get people to use it?
Right, that's where the marketing comes in. And Crack dedicates a big chunk of the $5 secret to this. He's a huge advocate for starting with what he calls a no-brainer offer.
I like the sound of that already. What exactly does he mean by that?
Well, think, free trials. Or like super low introductory prices, maybe even money-back guarantees, anything that makes it, well, almost impossible to say no.
Makes sense. You want to minimize the risk for the customer, get them in the door, right?
It's all about that. He also talks about the importance of selling the benefits, not just the features. So instead of saying, this chatbot can answer customer questions, you'd say, this chatbot saves you hours every week by handling those repetitive inquiries so you can focus on, growing your business.
It's like, don't just tell me what it does. Tell me how it makes my life better. Focus on the value.
Exactly. And when it comes to actually getting the word out, Crack's a big fan of Facebook ads.
Facebook ads, still relevant.
He seems to think so. He even provides like specific ad copy and targeting tips.
So he's not just saying use Facebook ads. He's giving you the actual playbook.
Exactly, yeah. He's got this whole system for crafting ads. Ads that, speak directly to your niche and highlight the problem your AI SaaS solves. But what I found interesting is he's not suggesting these, complex, expensive campaigns. He actually says to start small, maybe $5 to $10 a day, just to test different ad variations and see what works.
It's all about that data-driven approach. You're not throwing money blindly. You're constantly testing, refining. He also talks about leveraging free social media marketing too.
Yeah, he's all over that.
He's a big believer in those short, engaging videos on platforms like TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, that kind of thing.
Oh yeah, it's all about grabbing attention quickly, right, and demonstrating the value of your AI sauce. But in a way that's, entertaining, digestible. Those types of videos are perfect for that.
And he also suggests joining relevant Facebook groups and communities, but not to spam people, of course.
Right.
The idea is to be helpful, answer questions, establish yourself as, an expert, then organically mention your AI saws as a solution.
It's like that classic give before you get approach. People are much more receptive when they see you're genuinely trying to help them, not just trying to make a quick sale.
Right, right. So we've covered marketing to, individual customers, but Crack also talks about scaling your business through things like white labeling and affiliate programs. What exactly does that look like?
Okay, so white labeling, basically it means you're letting other businesses rebrand and resell your AI saws as their own. It's a way to, tap into existing customer bases and generate a more passive stream of income.
So you're essentially creating a product that other businesses can use to offer a new service to their customers?
Yeah, exactly.
That sounds pretty smart.
It can be a great way to scale quickly. And then with affiliate programs, you're essentially, building a commission-based sales force. You offer a percentage of each sale to people who promote your AI sauce to their audience.
So if someone has a blog about, let's say, real estate investing, and your AI saws helps with, property analysis, they could promote it to their readers and earn a cut of any sales they generate.
Exactly, yeah. It's a win-win. They earn money for recommending a valuable product, and you gain access to a, very targeted audience.
Crack seems to really emphasize the need for speed, though. He's all about taking action, launching quickly, learning as you go.
There's definitely a sense of urgency in his message. Like he's all about embracing imperfection, learning from mistakes, constantly adapting to the market. It's a very it's a very agile approach.
He even provides a 7-day action plan to, help you get moving, which is a nice touch. He also talks about using tools like Canva to design, marketing materials, things that even a non-designer can handle.
It's like he's trying to remove every possible obstacle to getting started.
And he puts his money where his mouth is too, right? Didn't he share some real-world case studies of his own AI SaaS products?
He does, yeah. He actually showcases 3 different examples: a magic trick chatbot, a print-on-demand bot for physical media, and a Facebook ads assistant bot.
Wow.
They all demonstrate how this model can work across, diverse niches and actually generate passive income.
It's one thing to hear the theory, but it's so much more convincing to see someone actually, walking the walk and generating those real results. And then he throws in a bonus, a list of over 100 niche ideas.
Yeah, it's like he's saying, look, the possibilities are endless. Find a problem, build an AI solution, and, start making money.
It's inspiring, but it could also be overwhelming. How do you even begin to narrow it down?
I think the key is to, avoid getting stuck in analysis paralysis.
Right.
Focus on a niche that genuinely excites you, where you have some, existing knowledge or passion. That's where you'll be most motivated to put in the work and create something truly, truly valuable.
He even encourages readers to, and I quote, steal one and run with it, which I initially found a little jarring, but I get what he means.
Yeah, he's not endorsing plagiarism, of course.
Right.
I think he's trying to say, don't be afraid to take inspiration from existing examples. Adapt them to your unique skills and insights. And make them your own.
So it's not about reinventing the wheel. It's about finding a proven concept and putting your own, spin on it. Which brings us to an important point, I think. Even though this guide is called the $5 Secret, it's not just about making a quick buck, right?
Exactly, yeah. Crack really emphasizes the importance of building a sustainable business. For the long term, he dedicates a whole secret chapter to strategies for scaling, automating, and keeping your customers happy so they stick around.
He talks about leveraging automation and delegation to streamline your operations. So you're not, bogged down by busy work.
Hmm.
He's a big believer in partnering with affiliates to, expand your reach, generate more sales.
It's about working smarter, not harder, right? And it's about understanding that acquiring customers is only half the battle. You have to keep them happy, keep them engaged to build a truly profitable business.
He even talks about potential exit strategies, selling your AI saws for a profit down the line.
That's a whole other level of thinking, isn't it? It's about recognizing that you're building an asset, something of real value that could potentially be sold for a significant return on your investment.
He really does seem to cover every angle, from that initial spark of an idea to the possibility of a lucrative exit. He lays out the entire AI saws journey.
So as we wrap up this part of our deep dive, what's resonating with you the most?
Honestly, it's the sheer accessibility of it all. He's really demystified the process of building a SaaS business, making it feel, achievable for anyone with a good idea and a willingness to learn.
I agree. Yeah, he's broken down a complex process into, manageable steps, and he's provided the tools and resources to really empower people to take action.
It's like he's saying you don't need to be a tech genius. You don't need a ton of money. You just need to, get started. Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground in our deep dive into Simon Crack's The $5 Secret. From picking that niche and actually building the AI chatbot to all that marketing and scaling stuff, it's clear that, he's laid out a pretty comprehensive blueprint, right?
Yeah, but beyond the technical steps and all the strategies, there's a recurring theme that runs throughout the guide. And I think it's crucial for success in this space.
You're talking about the mindset stuff, right?
Exactly. It's that just start and keep testing mentality. He really encourages readers to just embrace action, even if it's, imperfect action.
It's all about getting that first version out there, learning from it, and then iterating quickly.
Because the real risk isn't failure, is it? It's that, inaction, the fear of taking the leap. That's what holds so many people back.
He even frames failure as valuable feedback. It's a learning opportunity that ultimately helps you refine your product and, your whole approach.
And that resonates with, those core principles of entrepreneurship: agility, adaptability, a willingness to experiment and pivot when you need to.
And he even provides that 7-day action plan, right, to help you overcome that initial inertia. It's all about building momentum and gaining confidence as you go.
It's those small wins early on that can really, propel you forward. And Crack's not just focused on that initial 24-hour launch. He wants you to turn this into a sustainable business, a business that thrives in the long run.
He provides all that guidance on scaling your operations, automating as much as possible, and really understanding your customers so you can keep them coming back for more.
It's not about chasing a quick buck. It's about building something of real value that solves a genuine problem for people. And that leads to the most exciting part for me, at least. He even outlines a potential exit strategy. Imagine selling your AI saws down the line for a significant profit.
It's like he's encouraging you to think big, to see this not just as a side hustle, but as a potential path to financial freedom and a business you can be proud of.
He wants you to understand that you're building an asset, something that can generate income, for years to come, even potentially allowing you to step away someday with a hefty payday.
Okay, so big question then. What does all this mean for you, our listener? What's the biggest takeaway from our deep dive into the $5 secret?
I think it's simply this. The opportunity to build an AI SaaS business is more accessible than ever before. The tools are there, the information's out there, the market's ripe with potential.
But it's up to you to take action, right? It's about identifying a problem that you're passionate about solving, embracing that learning process, and then actually putting in the work to bring your vision to life.
Like Crack says, don't wait until AI-powered SaaS businesses are everywhere. Act now while the opportunity is wide open.
He leaves us with a final thought-provoking question, I think. What unique knowledge or expertise do you possess that could be transformed into an AI-powered SaaS product? What problem are you passionate about solving? What skills or insights can you share with the world?
It's time to stop thinking, what if, and start asking yourself how. This deep dive, hopefully, has given you the knowledge, and the inspiration to explore those possibilities.
Exactly. And remember, while Crack's Guide promises that quick launch, building a truly successful business takes time and consistent effort, but the potential rewards, both financially and in terms of the impact you can make, they're definitely worth exploring.
So there you have it, our deep dive into the $5 secret. We hope you found it insightful, inspiring, and maybe even, a little bit challenging. It's time to take where you've learned and start creating something amazing.
Until next time, keep learning, keep exploring, and keep diving deep into the world of knowledge and innovation.
We'll see you on the next deep dive.